Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Rider Review brought to you by 13K Productions. I have waited so long to say that. It feels absolutely amazing, refreshing that we have CFL football again. Yesterday, the Riders played the Bombers, and unfortunately, no, why am I saying unfortunately? Sorry, I'm so used to the Riders um, losing the last 6 games. Well, the Riders beat the Blue Bombers 25-14 in their preseason home opener, which is absolutely amazing. We love to see it, and we're back for another year of podcasts. Off the top here, I just want to throw out a little note that unfortunately Tyson will not be a regular co-host on the podcast this year. He just unfortunately he didn't have time to do it this year. Hopefully he says he'll still be able to join us a few times this year, but um, all love to Tyson. We appreciated his help last year. But I guess let's get right into it. Let's talk a little bit of pregame stuff. It was amazing to just know that CFL football was back before the game. I mean, I unfortunately wasn't able to attend. I had other things going on, but it's it's nice to have CFL football back to just feel the atmosphere, especially here in the city of Regina, where the Riders play all their home games. I was scrolling through social media, seeing all the posts. I thought the game was going to be on TSN, but I completely and totally forgot that no Rider games will be on TSN this preseason, which is, if you ask me, an absolute flop by TSN. But that's just my opinion. That may not be others. The Riders are basically where all the ratings are. So I'm TSN. If you want to fix that next season, feel free to do so. I would love that. But I watched it on TFL Plus. There were obviously some hiccups, but it was good to be able to see the first half of the game. I did watch the first half. I listened to the second half. Um, but I'm gonna go off what my memory are, and I have a stat sheet right here. The stats are courtesy of Rider Nation underscore uh, on Instagram. So if you guys want to go give them a follow, I'm not in any way affiliated with them. If they want to do a partnership with the podcast, I mean, if if you guys are listening, feel free to. But this season, hopefully, what it's going to look like, I'm going to try and get more guests on the podcast because I haven't found a actual co-host. So I'm hoping if I can get some more, alumni, maybe some actual players. I do have connections. It's been a little bit of a gong show here. I did take a few weeks off posting on YouTube there because I've just, I just recently started a new job here, but um, teach their own. I just, I'm trying to ease back into it. Next week, I should note that yes, it's a preseason game. I still want to do a podcast, but I'm not sure if I will be able to. I have some other plans, so I'm not going to be able to watch the game. I don't know if I'll be able to get somebody to do the podcast for me or what the deal will be, but um, hopefully I'll be able to do a podcast. Be expecting a podcast, but if there isn't, don't be disappointed. Um, I'm giving myself grace because it's a preseason game. I will hopefully be able to get a podcast, but if we don't, we don't. It is what it is. But um, let's get into some of the pregame antics here. The Bombers posted something pregame about the Riders having 0 Grey Cups um, after after the preseason, after winning in the preseason against them. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I can find the post here if I go to Winnipeg Blue Bombers right here. Yeah, they posted here Saskatchewan Rough Riders last 10 seasons. 0 Grey Cups, 2-5 playoff record, 3 playoff losses to the Bombers, 3 goalposts thrown to. And I mean, I honestly, it hurts, but I had to laugh, what kind of CFL fans are we if we can't make fun of ourselves, Rider Nation? I mean, yeah, the goalpost sometimes, if the goalpost is open, you got to throw it to them, you know. it is what it is. There were some salty Rider fans down there, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta have a little fun, and I appreciate the Bombers poking fun. You gotta put it out there on social media, and hopefully it can, you know, hopefully it can grow the game, and grow the fun of the social media presences and whatnot. But aside from that, there wasn't much other things on social media there from the Riders' end. There was a lot of I guess pictures being posted. I guess media room stuff going on, like with the Riders taking pictures and whatnot. There's a lot of that posted. Getting us all hyped up and ready for the game, which is really nice to see. I'm super excited that CFL football is back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super super excited. But I guess let's get into it. So we're gonna take a look at the quarterbacks. I think I'm gonna just go position by position. It looks like Trevor Harris was 7-9 for 123 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown or an interception. Harris looked like he's ready to go. 77 point something completion percentage is what I believe I heard. 123 yards. He's a starter. He looked good. Can't say too much bad about it. Too much good. It's a preseason game. How much stock can you really put into it, right? I think where the stock really comes in is for the backups. And Shea Patterson went 3 for 3 of 62 yards and a touchdown, which is absolutely phenomenal. He had also had a touchdown, and a lot of people are saying, I'm hearing the consensus is that I think he might be pushing for a backup position, which is really nice. That might be nice to see Shea Patterson. I don't know. I think he's been with the team for a few seasons now, which is it's nice to see his stuff coming to fruition there. And personally, I really like how he played last season. Like you said, like I'm pretty sure should be noted that last season I did point out a few things. I liked how he saw the field on that. I think there was one where he passed it to, I can't even remember who he passed it to, but it was a bomb just over the top of the field. I really like that. Cohn went 6 for 8 for 40 yards, and I don't know. I wasn't really able to watch him, but I mean, visually his stats look good. People are saying he didn't do too bad, so I can't really argue with it. And then Pipkin, unfortunately, it sucks. I do like how he plays, but he just wasn't really able to get into the rhythm, I should say. It's unfortunate, but I mean, I think Pipkin honestly has a lockdown roster spot because of the contract he's on, or the contract he signed last season, I should say, maybe. I I think no matter what, just because of his vet, how would you say that, him being a veteran, I think that'll help him out in the long run here. I think he's got a roster spot. And then rushing, I want to say I watched Hickson, and Hickson looked phenomenal. Um, and like so did Bertrand Dudon. I like those two. That's we have a solid rushing core, especially like with AJ Ouellette leading the Tide. I mean, obviously Ouellette didn't have too great of stats. Looking at it, he's 6 carries for 18 yards, right? I, it's preseason again. How much stock can you put into it, right? They're just knocking the rust off, But Bertrand Dudon and Frankie Hickson looked phenomenal. Hickson went 7 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown, and then we got Bertrand Dudon going 6 carries for 25 yards and a 2-point conversion, which was nice. It's nice to see. And then receiving, Sean Bain Jr. looked great. His 1 reception for 65 yards. That first throw to Sean Bain Jr. by Trevor Harris, I gotta note that. Again, knocking the rust off, but that was absolutely horrible. Even if you just knock off the rust, you don't. That was laughable, if I'm being honest. But it is what it is. Harris didn't look, and you got to be better than that. Bain is a friend of the podcast. I did a little interview with him. Hopefully I can get him on this season. Wasn't able to post that other one because just the timing wasn't right, and I would have, but Sean, if you're listening, we love you here. Hopefully you'll join us this season. Then Ajo, name so nice you can say it twice, is what I'm seeing here. 4 receptions, 62 yards, and a touchdown. If they don't give this guy a starting position, if they don't give this guy a roster spot, I'm going to be really sad. I love the guy. He's been through so much. I think he was cut from 2 college teams after struggling to start on the second one. There's a whole thing that I listened to on the 3 Down Nation podcast. Go give them a listen if you guys are interested in all the CFL jargon. But he went 4 receptions, 62 yards, and a touchdown. I think Ajo has a good future in the CFL. And then Schaefer Baker, I mean, wow. That was all over the CFL. Like you're in preseason, you're making a catch like that. It was the first quarter that he made that beautiful play. I mean, Schaefer Baker's a starter. Obviously, he's going to make the roster, but I mean, if he does that all season, I think the Riders are in a good position. And then the defense, we had McLean making an interception. We had who else we have? I think we had Fago making an interception. Fago is that I'm pretty sure he's the he's our he came over from the Navy, I believe that guy is. I'm super excited about this defense this season. I mean, I think our backups on defense played a lot better than our starters did. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's. I mean, again, it's preseason. How much stock can you really put into it, right? But it is what it is, right? They're knocking the rust off again. It's preseason for everybody. I feel like the officials were a little bit iffy. What can you do, right? And then Brett Lawler 3 for 5, as long as 41 yards and 11 points. Again, it's preseason. We were all getting upset with him last season, and gave him his flowers last season because he got back on track. There's not much I can really say about Lawler's game. 3 for 5. He was 66%. My math is off. He's 60%. You got to be better than that in regular season play, simply put. But that's pretty much it for this episode. Again, not sure if I'll be able to post an episode next week. Hopefully I will, but if I don't, please don't be disappointed. I will be back for week 1. Hopefully I will be going to the Riders home opener. But yeah, please, if you guys aren't subscribed, please do that. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm looking for so many more. I'm trying to look for many more guests here. There's an open co-host spot, so if you'd like to join, go to the Rider Review Instagram page. Send us a DM. Would greatly appreciate any help I can get. Maybe even adding some, CFL guys to the podcast. That'd be nice to talk about, shoot the shot with, or I don't. I'm sorry guys, mumbo jumbo all up here right now. I'm just super excited to have CFL football back and be doing the podcast on a weekly basis. I promise you guys, this podcast this season, it's going to be much better than it was last season. Last season was our first season, and it's our coming into our second season. Hopefully the Riders do a little bit better. They should. I'm excited to get some people on the podcast here this season, and please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I guess I will see you guys next week. If not, I will see you guys the first week of the regular season. Peace.